Hello my friends, Mark Thomas the Home Builder. Welcome to my Home Outdoors channel. Today it's a cold November day in Michigan. It's the day before Thanksgiving, and I started making this video a few days ago and we had a lot of rain, and then all of a sudden we've had like 40-mile-an-hour winds, so I decided to wait till today where there's hardly any wind, and I thought you'd appreciate not having the wind noise. Anyways, this is what I'm reviewing. Can you tell just by looking what that is? I asked my 7-year-old son what he thought this was, and he looked at it and he said, is it something to pick up wood with? I said, nope. And then I asked my nephew, who's visiting here for Thanksgiving. He's a sophomore in high school. He looked it over and kind of pointed at that. He said, is it like an axe? And I said, yep. And his eyes got real big. Wow, I can't believe he guessed it right. It just doesn't look like an axe. So stay tuned. We're going to go through and thoroughly test this out. See here, I have my small lineup of different things. First of all, it comes with a leather sheath, which I took off in my intro, and you can see that it's made in Finland. It's just much lighter. Overall, it is 4.84 pounds, and there's a older version of this, the original LeverAxe. It is about a pound more. The head on this one weighs 3.52 pounds. Overall length, approximately 36 inches. And some of the instructions say it's not to be used as a hammer like some axes or mauls. You can do that. This does have a flat spot, but it's not intended for that. And it says that it claims that it can handle large and difficult logs, and it does not get stuck in wood. And the steel, they rate it as very hard stainless steel. So I don't know if that's like 440 steel or what it is, but one of the nice things is if it's outside in the rain a little bit, you don't have to worry about it rusting. And the hook on here, this is a unique feature. This is intended to act as a brake. So if you see that curvy design, I don't know if all right, yeah, you can just see how the end is all wavy like that. It's intended to hit the wood and then right away twist, and you're not, the instructions don't grip it too hard when you're swinging, so that this can move in your hands and flip sideways and hit the wood. I have quite a bit of wood to go through, as you can see in the back here, and I have a tire chopping block. It's pretty much mandatory that you use a tire setup, otherwise your wood's going to go flying. So I have silver maple, oak, green ash, and I think I even have some white pine at the very end. And I'll just go through and you'll see how this holds up. So let's get started. I'd like to give you the instructions on how this works. You don't just find a crack down the middle, and like some, I might see like a natural crack right there where I just hit it in the middle and it'll split in two, and then I divide it some more. This one doesn't work that way. You start on, like for me, my left, so I'll stand with my back to the camera. So you start and go in probably about 3 inches or so, and you walk around, that splits off, and then you chop that slice off, and go around here, and then around here, then back to the center. So you keep walking in a clockwise fashion around this. So when it hits, then that should swing down and stop it. So you don't have, the one claim they have is it's safer because it doesn't swing and just go through the wood. It stops as soon as it hits. But the complaint I've had is when it stops, it's hard on your hands, the vibration. So I guess you can only do this. You can only do this for just a short period of time until you have had enough. All right, so enough of the talking. Time to get some action. So you're going to see, I've tried this out a little bit, and I just noticed that it just takes a good compact swing. You don't need, like when you're swinging a big maul, a big wind up. So let's go to action. Get down to business. All right, cracked it. This is silver maple. All right, get my tempo down. Not hard enough. There. So I'm thinking you're going to get a lot of these pieces right here. If you can see how it's like kind of thin and flat and narrow. Alright, here I am taking on a piece of silver maple. Seemed to go through pretty good. Little knot on the bottom. Alright, here's a taller piece of green ash. It's relatively straight grained. But it is a pretty tall piece, so it's a little more challenging for that reason. Alright, another piece of silver maple here. That one seems to split pretty good. Here is a piece of red oak. Pretty good sized diameter, about 18 inches long. Just going through it so far. Fresh red oak. You guys know what I'm talking about? Okay, so my final result. Does this change the game after going through all those different pieces of wood? Well, it's $350, so the price right away is pretty scary. And the head on here, this has been shipped around to some different guys that are testing it, and the head has worked its way a little bit loose. I have soaked it overnight in hot water, and so this handle, which is made of birch, and birch is kind of a popular thing around the Finnish culture. With the saunas, they use birch sprigs in the sauna to like help promote the sweating. They call it a birch bow, is B-O-U-G-H, I believe. So anyways, yeah, the price and the handle, I don't know so much how well birch holds up. Hickory is my top choice. And from what I've heard from a lot of people, it's hard on your wrist. This doesn't just slice right through the wood and keep going. When it hits, it turns aside and the vibration goes down the handle. And actually you can see there's a crack on the end. I don't know how many times this has been used or how old this axe is, but it seems unlikely to have that happen. I have heard some people say that the grain pattern doesn't match up on this handle. Being painted black, it's really hard to tell. There is a replacement handle, and I could see the grain pattern was correct on that. So that's something that you would expect on a $350 axe. And the paint on here is another concern. Let's just see if you can get a good close look. From what I can guess, after they make this, they just dip it in paint. And it looks like the first time they went to there, the second time they went right near the top, and the third time they went to the very top. So it's probably a 3-coat system. But just the quality, it's kind of like a matte finish. And compared to the Oxenkoff handle, I just think that the LeverAxe is more of a Bush League handle. Not so much professional like this one right here. That's my takeaway from it. So the final question, would you spend this much money on it? Alright my friends, so that concludes my video demonstration, and overall I cannot validate the price on this. If someone, let's say if it were $100 in the store, would I buy it? Probably not. I can't really honestly say that I found a major advantage with this. I think it's great of the innovation, trying to come up with something new, trying to improve upon the design of the axes and the mauls. Maybe the other one, I feel like it just should be a little bit heavier. And the other one is a pound heavier. If anybody has something like that, they could send to me. I'd be happy to review that. But it just feels like from my elbow down to my hands after splitting that pile right there, I can just feel like the vibration, or just the vibration from the handle has just kind of irritated that, which I don't really notice with the other forestry tools that I have. So that's my 2 cents worth. Sorry that I can't validate your purchase as far as my opinions go. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, please give me a thumbs up. It would really help support my channel. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Let's see how it goes through it. Oh, hey, a little bit. Not quite. Oh, overstrike. Oh, down the middle. Can't do that with this. Nope. Sorry.